So we've got Mark here from the women's GB over 30s. First of all, I'd like to know how you first got into coaching.
So growing up in a rugby league hotbed like Warrington, decided to give up playing and then got involved through a legend in the town, Brian Chambers. So I got involved in the community side of Warrington Wolves back in the day. Just started off coaching in schools and then worked closely with Brian. Started to take coaching a little bit more serious, so coaching through the scholarships and a bit of the performance pathway. And then I've ended up down south continuing that journey.
So how did you find your transition from coaching full contact to coaching tag?
Yeah, I think it was a bit of a culture shock at first. There's the obvious things like how we approach the tackle, so it's no good us getting our body completely square like we would do in the running game. It's just being as effective as we can. That's, I'd say, the contact area. And for a lot of them, this is a social game, so trying to kind of prepare a GB squad for a World Cup when a lot of it is their social offering. It can be quite a good challenge, but I think we've got a well-balanced squad that really want to do well this year at the World Cup.
Brilliant. And just moving on to the World Cup, so obviously as a GB coach, it'll be up to you to decide who actually makes the squad. What is it you will be looking for in a GB player?
Yeah, so just to give you an indication of where we've travelled from, so I got involved in 2018 where we won a bronze medal over in Australia where the playing population was a lot smaller, so I guess our headaches were a lot less back then, but now we've got such a talent pool that's grown all across the regions, and days like today are just going to give us some selection headaches. So we're really confident arriving at the 16th. We're going to have the best team in place, that'll give us the best opportunity of winning the World Cup. So beyond that, we'll be looking to bookend the campaign. So we'll have 2 weekend camps with weekly sessions in between, and these girls like to work hard, so there's lots of stuff going on in the background and in between. So a lot of it for me will be just around managing that intensity and making sure they arrive at the World Cup in the best possible shape and the best version of themselves.
Brilliant. And we've asked this question to a couple of coaches today, but obviously we want to get your opinion as well. Who do you think the favourites are for the World Cup, Tag World Cup?
Yeah, I think it's Australia. You're probably not surprised to hear that, but Australia are probably clear favourites. For me personally, I'm really disappointed in how we performed against them, and some of the girls will probably tell you that. I think we've shown them a little bit too much respect in 2018, and I think we've earned the right now to be genuinely in there with a shot and then giving them a bit more of a competition, hopefully getting that result. So Australia are clear favourites, but we rightly so can be mentioned in the same conversation as Australia this time round.